Hola, um, estoy en Costa Rica. Yo quiero hablar um, con su sobre mi experiencia en Costa Rica. Uh, Cuando hablo, um, estoy muy nervioso porque um, no quiero ser incorrecto. Yeah. So my goal was I was actually going to try to do. Oh, I'm eating while I'm talking to y'all. Look at this food. It's so good. Okay, so my goal was to do the whole video in Spanish, but I get so nervous. Like when I'm talking to my teacher in class, I have private classes now. Like we're driving and going, but like when I start talking to other people, and I might say something wrong or not be able to talk with as much speed. I usually can talk a little bit faster than that, but I was nervous. Not much, and not all the time. But there are some things I can say a little bit faster than that, or with more fluidity. But see, like I don't know how to say that in Spanish, like fluidity. What's that in Spanish? I don't know. Because sometimes I do get a little nervous, you know, because you get so used to being able to express more complex ideas with comfort in your language. And then when you go switch to another language, it's all baby words, baby sentences, phrases. And one thing, since I've been in private classes, that we've been talking about is that learning Spanish is not only learning a new language, but it's learning a new thought process. And that actually helps you with the language. Because certain things like, you know, you don't say, estoy hambre. You don't say, I am hungry. You say, tengo hambre. I have hunger. And when you just literally do the translation, it may sound funny, but when you understand how people think about their body, about their worldview, it's you can understand a little bit with ease, like, no, I have hunger. And just, you know, things like that we've been talking about, that really actually have helped me in understanding what are now not becoming so much just plain rules, like when to use ser and when to use a star, but when you understand the thought process behind ser is what comes naturally, and a star is, you know, things that can change. It is a different worldview, and once you understand that worldview a little bit better, then you understand, like, okay, for this I would use ser. It's more natural, like something you don't have to work for, like you are born where you are Costa Rican here. So, soy de Costa Rica. I didn't learn as many recipes as I thought I would because I didn't go to the cooking classes that often. I went twice, I want to say. And then the other times I just went in and got some food. I didn't actually do the whole lesson. I just, oh, you have leftovers. Thanks so much. After class, my class ended at 2. Cooking class didn't start until 3. So I'd have to wait for an hour and then go to cooking class. And sometimes after class, like, I just want to go home. And actually, I stopped going to dance class after about the first week because of the same thing. Like, I really loved that dance class, but I didn't really have, like, having to wash up at the school after because I'd be dripping with sweat. And I didn't really like having to wait for an hour before I went to the class. So I can most definitely say I'm glad I came. Talk with my mouth. I'm glad that I came, and I want to do more traveling in the future. I know I'm going to have to follow up with some sort of discussion group or, future dance. I'm not dance, but Spanish classes when I get back. I'm not so excited about the whole job search thing. This helped me feel like at least I was doing something. And I know when you're looking for a job, that is doing something because it's a lot of work to look for a job. But gotta have a plan. Just gotta have a plan. And see, I was really excited about, during one of my Spanish classes, I was able to talk to my Spanish teacher about social relations here in Costa Rica in Spanish, and that was like really good to me. I wouldn't say, when I first came here, I asked people who had done immersion programs before, like, it's a month, like, what can you accomplish within a month? And they're like, oh, you can come back and be able to communicate really well. And so coming here, I did have the expectation, but then while I was here, within about the first week of talking to people who were in the program, then I had to change my expectations of, when I go back, there are a lot of things I'm not going to be able to know how to say. I still have to build a lot of vocabulary. But I do feel like I've not necessarily made the most out of the month I've been here, but I'm satisfied with what I've accomplished in the month of being here, because just personality-wise, there are some times where I could go out and practice more Spanish to the community, but I want to come home, I want to lay down, I want to get on Skype, I want to get on Facebook, I want to take a nap. So I did go out the community and do some talking and stuff, but not nearly as much as like other people did, or as much as I could. But I'm okay with what I did, though. I really am. What else that is YouTube appropriate? One thing that my teacher was saying about the relations here in Costa Rica, and one thing that I read before I came here as well, is they have really good race relations. But according to, demographic statistics, there isn't a lot of variety in races here. And when I was actually talking to my teacher, she was like, there are a lot of people of darker complexions here. But because my vocabulary is limited, and I know that skin complexion does not always dictate what race you are. So I wasn't really able to ask her certain questions about the social relations here. But from what, just like anywhere else in a family with the same genetics, you're going to have people lighter, darker, different texture hair, and all that kind of stuff. But when I was reading on the website, as far as like variety of races here, there are not a lot of as many people with the strong African descent here. I don't even know if that's the best way to even say it in English or any other language. But when I walk around, most definitely where I am in San Jose, as we go to the Caribbean side, you see people who look like me. But here in San Jose, not so much.